So you guys had quite the flurry of activity last night in a really fun to watch shootout between the Dallas Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. A lot of sold activity for DK Metcalf, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. I'm even seeing a couple Deron Bland solds, even though he let DK get the best of him for the most of last night. But in this video, ultimately, I'm coming at you guys with a little mail day. Let's see what I've been buying from eBay. Let's see what we got in the mail. Let's dig in. Alright, first package. Welcome to the football card quiz. Shout out to everybody. Thanks to you guys. Because of you guys, our Monday top 10 players going up video dedicated to football players' performance correlated with eBay sold data. We've been getting thousands of views every Monday on that video, and it's all because of you guys. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying what we're putting out. Alright, let's see what we got in here. We got a combo deal from DC Sports 87. When I buy from DC Sports 87 in auction, I always try and buy multiple items because they let you prolong the payment range to the full 4 days, and they'll consolidate shipping. They make it super easy. So there's a lot of sellers that could learn from them. They're a huge consignment. They're doing a fantastic job. So definitely shout out to DC Sports 87 for both buyers and sellers. They take the legwork out of it for sellers, and their fees aren't too terrible. And their auctions get a lot of eyeballs, so it may be advantageous. So I'm gonna save this card, the raw cards, because I bought few cards from them in this bundle deal. Sniped them all in auction. Let's start out with this one right here. It is a press proof premium. Some people will call this gold. It's not a true gold, although it does have it does have a gold shine to it. This is a 2021 Donruss press proof premium. It was from a special Target retail set, and this is PSA 10. This card is incredibly liquid in the market. People love to pursue this card. Dolphins colors are nice because you got nice color matching around there. The rated rookie logo is powerful. All right, so Jalen Waddle, obviously incredible first-round talent from Alabama. Big chemistry with Tua Tagovailoa there in Miami. This is a playoff team. They've got the AFC East locked down, guys. This Mike McDaniel's offense is awesome. Jalen has just been flying under the radar between a couple minor injuries that have set him back and just the massive emergence of Tyreek Hill. But you really do have a lot of targets consolidated between Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. And we've got playoffs coming up. I feel this is a great card at the price point that I got it at, right? Of course, there's cards that are way more rare than this. But if you look at this card and you look at the graded sold data for it, on our Keep 'em web app, we track the graded sales of all football cards. So it's dedicated to football cards. We're 100% dedicated to football cards, research and selling tips here. And so our web app tracks all the graded sales from eBay. If you pull this one up in that, you can see that the 1 year high on this card is $95. I was able to snipe it for $27 in auction. There's also been 121 sales on this card in the past year, showing you just how liquid it is. In fact, just 2 days ago, Wednesday, there was a $35 buy it now of this same card, right? So I already have a few dollars. Instant upside if I want to turn around, list it, buy now. Ultimately, I'm looking to sell it more in like that $70 to $80 range in the playoffs. And yeah, I see a confirmed buy it now of $95 back on May 12th. So that's the thought process on this card. Jalen Waddle is an incredible separator. He's got a lot of good speed. He's going to be a big-time factor in this offense with a consolidated target tree from Tyreek Hill to Jalen Waddle and from Tyreek Hill. From Tua to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I was hopeful that he was going to come back this year, but he is not. He is undergoing ACL surgery, and he will not be back till next year. But I like the fact that he was drafted by the Baltimore Ravens in the early second round. And so I thought this was like a really cool kind of, dark force, man. It's just such a sick card. These have a high PSA 10 conversion rate. Beautiful, thick, really thick chrome finish card stock here. It's also numbered out of 29, 08 out of 29. So love the scarcity here of this red. I don't even know what you call it. Maybe it's not an electric etch. I would just call it a red obsidian, serial numbered out of 29. I think it looks sick, and I just couldn't refuse it for the price that I got it at, because this Baltimore Ravens defense has a lot of lore around how good their defense is, and this year their defense is really embodying that all-time great Ravens defense style. I got this card for $8.50, so you can see how a Ravens fan or an Ajabo fan, when he comes back next year, this will be should be an easy card for me to flip if I want to. And especially when you get it that cheap, $8.50, and I combine shipping on all these cards. So you see kind of what I'm doing here from DC Sports 87 on a weekly basis. But I was hopeful that I would be able to flip this card in the playoffs as well, because the Ravens are an awesome team. They're definitely going to the playoffs out of the AFC North. They are in first place right now in that division. The defense has been humming. All right, next up from that same batch is a Justin Fields base optic. And I was able to get this for $2.95. So I was just like, go ahead. I saw it ending at the same time. I'll go ahead and put in a $3 bid. Typically, I wouldn't, because there's $5 shipping from DC Sports 87. But when you consolidate, all of a sudden, cards like this make a lot of sense to go ahead and add in. And honestly, might send this one off to PSA. Because the PSA 10 conversion rate of these cards are really bad. But this one looked really good. And just looking at it here with you guys, I'm not seeing any blemishes on it. There's something on the surface. Yeah, I scratched that off. Probably a 9. So I might just flip it for $10, $15. Buy it now. Plain white envelope shipping. It's one of those just feedback boosters. You want to get that top seller rating on eBay. That'll lower the fees that eBay charges you. And ultimately, with consolidated shipping, just such a easy layup. Just add it in. I was hoping that it would look good enough to PSA 10, and I'll submit it in one of our next group submissions, which, by the way, just like the Keep 'em web app, you get access to that by going to footballcardquest.com and check out our Go Premium. Click that Go Premium button. That'll show you the different options that we have for our premium membership. We do group PSA submissions at cost. We get you access to that Keep 'em web app with all of our membership tiers, and then our Discord server and some other stuff that we're doing behind the scenes as well. So yeah, and then this last card for DC Sports 87 is a Prism Purple Cracked Ice Kenneth Walker. There's a little tiny dimple right underneath to the right of the football. Actually, a couple dimples there. Right in the ring light there, middle of the ring light there, and over there. But man, Cracked Ice are just such beautiful cards. They're very liquid. This is a very popular parallel. And purple, the Seahawks have kind of, their colors kind of pop, like that neon green. You have the dark blue, but the purple just kind of pops with any player. And just a great card. Plus, if you look on the back, we are serial numbered here, 128 out of 225. So you have a known scarcity, a little bit off center on the back, a little bit off center on the front as well. So I'll flip it raw. Ultimately, this one, once again, was about the price point, $10 out the door. And that was the lot from DC Sports 87. That was all from one night, man. That was all from one night. Dug into DC Sports 87. Came away with a couple bangers. All right, next package here. Chances are looks like we got a college snipe, This is for my man Billy up in Canada. Another perk of our premium membership. I do some consignment work for our top level members of the quest, like my man Billy in Canada. And this looks like a gold lava. Quinton Judkins from Ole Miss, getting ready for because you got the Bowman U first. He's getting ready for the draft hype coming up. Yeah, we got serial number 38 out of 50. He's an explosive runner capable of scoring on every touch. Shifty with elite tackle breaking ability. Quickly returns to top end speed after contact. Physical force in red zone with nose for goal line. That sounds like a lot of really good attributes for a running back. I'll be super interested to see where he goes in the draft. There's a lot of dynasty implications and, of course, football card implications. As you guys have seen, the market has totally evolved to where running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, offensive linemen, defensive backs, linebackers, they're all relevant, baby. Love this packaging here. Bubble mailer, painter's tape, and a team bag with ding defenders. Double D's, ding defenders. The double D's protecting the cards. It's always smart. So shout out to our man Cranks. Let's see what we got here from Cranks. Oh yeah, I remember this. Another consolidated shipping opportunity. I wanted to test out some new product. Also, one of the very, very few cards of this guy, Trey Palmer, a very fast electric rookie for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you guys don't know, I am a lifelong Tampa Bay fan. In fact, I'll be going to the game this weekend. So if you're there, hit me up. This one, Panini Black. So you see, doesn't have a chrome finish, but it does have some nice foil in it. So it's got like this little, almost like a little shimmer. You guys see that shimmer right there? So it's got a little shimmer in it. We got Buccaneers logos. We got Buccaneers helmets. This is practice uniform. See the Palmer on the front of his helmet. Cool card. This is really the nicest card out for him right now. I did a bunch of research, and this one's numbered out of 35. So ultimately, I was able to pick this up. Let's see. Ultimately, I was able to pick this up for 21. I remember I got in a little bit of a bidding war. It tells you people are out for good talent, especially when this guy has very, very few rookie cards right now. So I will immediately relist it, but I'm okay if I don't sell it. Baker does have a little bit of chemistry with him. Obviously, it's a Big Mike, Chris Godwin show, Cade Otton involved, but Trey Palmer, and the Bucs are still in the hunt for the playoffs, man. They're 4-7, but they're still in the hunt in the NFC South because it's so soft, I guess, or so wide open, you could say, especially with the Falcons just beating the Saints last week. So yeah, I was able to pick this up for 21, and right now this card is just super primo for the Trey Palmer market. He is a sleeper you want to keep your eye on. You don't want to be late to his market just because he is so explosive and athletic. He's got the ability to break out big time. So then I went ahead and grabbed a Michael Mayer. Another one, 9 out of 35. And you'll be shocked. So, you know, I got the Trey Palmer for 21. Then from the same seller, I got this one for $1. $1.04. And got consolidated shipping on all three of these cards. So really brought my overhead and my total out the door price on all these guys down big time. Michael Mayer, a super interesting tight end, fantastic at Notre Dame, goes pretty high in the draft, beginning of second round, right after Kincaid, right around that Laporta range. So I was excited, but he's on the field a ton for the Raiders, but he's not getting targeted a ton. And obviously, they don't have a ton of talent on that team. Rookie quarterback Aiden O'Connell has been okay. And as you guys probably know, the Raiders have cleaned house. So they've got all new coaching there. And he's just such an interesting prospect. Big fan of Michael Mayer. I think he's a great all-purpose tight end that's going to develop in the NFL quite nicely. There's definitely another guy I want to be early on. And I think these blacks this scarce, you know, when people see a serial number that low, it's going to hold pretty decent long term. And this was the last card from that purchase. A super thick, chunky RPA. Look at the thickness on that. Michael Wilson, man. Love me some Michael Wilson on the Arizona Cardinals. Nice, thick, chunky patch there with multiple colors, 3 colors, stitching. Got the silver Sharpie auto. Just very few pro uniform autos for Michael Wilson. He reminds me a lot of like Amon St. Brown from the work ethic standpoint, the desire. I mean, that's huge. That goes a long way in the NFL. He's got a high burst and agility score, big catch radius at 6'1", 216. Balled out at the Senior Bowl. Has put up almost 500 receiving yards so far this year. It's mostly from Josh Dobbs. And right now, Kyler's getting recalibrated with the NFL. And I'm bullish on Michael Wilson moving forward, man. I think he is a sneaky guy to break out from this past draft class. Drafted in the 3rd round. I think he's got some serious potential, and I want to be early. So ultimately, I was able to pick this one up for even cheaper than the Trey Palmer. I got this for $19.50. And once again, I think even long term, that's not a bad price point to pay. And I want to get my hands on this new Panini Black set. Some singles from it that I'm like, I can hang my hat on, that I'm proud of. It's going to be hard to pull these cards from boxes. And why buy a box and never pull these cards and be able to get all of these cards for, let's see, a total of $50 out the door. You can't even buy a box of Panini Black that much because it's hobby only. It's kind of, you know, it's a little pricey, man. So one of the early pro uniform sets, gotta love it. Time for one more package, guys. Oh, that's a big no-no, man. Adding packing tape to the team bag. Not sure why you do that when it's going in a bubble mailer. Do appreciate the mosaic extras. We got another Quinshon Judkins here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's another card from my man Billy. Looks like, this one looks like a true yellow refractor here. Looks like it was maybe listed at one point at a card show, 71 out of 75. Big on Quinshon Judkins. There you have it, guys. So I appreciate you guys. Reminder, 2 things, right? We're part of the nooffseason.com sports card network, so be sure to check out everything that they're offering from all of their sports and their YouTube channel, Sports Card Strategy, Cards and Hoops, and Just Breaks. And then secondly, if, like I mentioned, you want access to our premium membership, accelerating your learning curve in football cards, check out footballcardquest.com, go premium. I'll see you guys in that next video. Good luck this weekend. A lot of us are entering the fantasy playoffs next week, so this is the final weekend to make that push. So good luck out there, and I'll see you guys in that next video. Peace.